What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode on the E36 Ls Swap here at Ralph's Garage. What you're about to watch is a video that is pretty dang depressing. I went to go bleed the clutch. I didn't feel like the line was snapping into the master cylinder very securely, but with very little BMW experience, I kind of just snapped it in and attempted to bleed the clutch with the way that it was. I had a massive leak at the master cylinder. It was leaking inside the car onto the carpet there by the pedal assembly. I then did some research. I asked around on the LS Swap Facebook group, and guys were telling me that I had the line backwards, that the fitting that I had at the master cylinder was the one that's actually meant to go into the slave cylinder, which because I have a TR6060, I cannot remove the transmission from the motor without taking the motor and the trans out of the car. Well, I'll just pick the video up where I have footage, which is the day that I went to go pull the motor out of the car, and you'll see what went down. So thanks for watching. Make sure that you're subscribed and hit that like button for me. I appreciate it. It helps get the video shared out for more people to watch. So anyway, without further ado, I'm about to bring the BMW inside. I got to take the engine and the transmission out because I got that clutch line on backwards. Kind of sucks, but you know, what are you going to do? Sometimes you have setbacks with these kind of projects, and you know, this is real life, so this is what happens. So I'm gonna bring it in and get it up in the air and start taking it apart. But I figured one last time, let's hear this thing idle before we take it apart again. Big old cam in there. Anyway, that's it. I'm gonna push it back in and we'll get it jacked up and start working on taking it apart. So this is the problem. I put this line in backwards. This is the line, this is the end for the trans, and that's the end for the car. But since I have it out, I'm actually gonna, now that I kind of know where the wires are routed, I'm going to strap this stuff up in here. Yeah, so it's out. As much as I don't want it out, it's out. All right, I just wanted to interrupt the video here real quick just to remind you guys to subscribe. It helps me know that you're enjoying the content that I put out, and it's like a motivational tool for me to make more videos. So hit that subscribe button. Anyway, back to the video. I got the line off the trans. I was able to reach in. There was no way I could do this in the car, but I was able to reach in through this port and pull this clip out and then slide the line out of here. So these are the two ends. This end is for the master cylinder, and this end goes into the slave cylinder, and I had them reversed. And you can see they're a little different. Let's get a little contrast. You see they're a little different, but it did fit. This is one of my master cylinders, and you take the line that's supposed to go in there, and it actually fits really nice and snug. So that's definitely what I was doing wrong. I'm going to go ahead and get this installed. I'm not even going to have to split the engine and the trans apart. Okay, let me update you here, because I'm pretty frustrated at CHASEBAYS. They list their stuff as working for TR6060, T56 combo in conjunction together, and they just don't. It's just a lie. It's just a lie. This clutch line does not work with the 6060. It might work with the T56. So this is the end that's supposed to go into the slave cylinder on this line. This is the end that's supposed to go to the master cylinder on the BMW side. This is the factory line off of the TR6060. Now you see why I made the mistake that I made. Because this does not fit. So I have to find the right fitting. This is super frustrated because I'm super frustrated because the clutch, the freaking bleeder line, I had to buy another. It was the same thing with the bleeder line. The end that they gave me didn't fit the trans. I had to buy another line to get a fitting off of it to make their line work with this trans, when the 6060 is listed on their website as working. So a warning, if you're doing a 6060, this CHASEBAYS stuff is garbage. Don't get it. It doesn't fit. Just start off and get yourself the right line. I'm so frustrated about this. I just pulled the engine back out of the car for literally no reason, because this fits into the trans side. This doesn't fit anything on this car. It doesn't fit the transmission. It doesn't fit the master cylinder. I don't know what that's for. Maybe for a T56, but it's not for a TR6060. So I got to go online and figure out where I can get that fitting right there. All right, so I ordered a 3AN fitting. It looks like this. That will take place of this this one here. So basically, I'm kind of dead in the water until I get that fitting. You know, nothing really I can do about it. It is what it is. It's a little frustrating that, you know, CHASEBAYS lists this line and the bleeder line as working for the TR6060, and it clearly does not. the bleeder line didn't work. This line didn't work. I need to purchase additional adapters for each one of them, and you know, this stuff's not cheap, so it adds up, and it's really frustrating. But what are you gonna do? This is what happens when you build a car that's made of multiple cars. You know, I got a BMW, I have a Buick, I have a Corvette or a Camaro. It's a mishmash. So the one good thing is I have this factory piece. This came on the transmission. So this you can see that's the same fitting, and that takes the same fitting there. And you can see how different it is. So that's the problem that I'm having, and it's the same as the other end, which this would fit. This end would actually fit into the master cylinder on the BMW, which is pretty odd. The BMW and the Camaro use the same fittings, but I'm having such a hard time getting a complete set. But what I'm actually thinking is, I'm thinking of putting this factory piece that basically brings it out like that, so then I can put this back in the car, and I'm able to connect the clutch line here. I'm still debating on whether I want to do that or if I want to wait and get the adapter and put the adapter here. In either case, there's not really an upside or a downside of doing it either way. I think I have room in the trans well for this piece. When I test fit the trans, this was on it, so I didn't have any real fitment issues with this. But one thing I am going to do is make up my trans cooler line. I'm going to just loop it back into itself here. For now, maybe down the road I'll run a trans cooler. The T56 doesn't have a trans cooler, and it's essentially the same transmission. So I think this is mostly to lubricate, like to move the oil around, not necessarily for cooling. We'll see. I'm not going to be pushing this that hard, so I think I'll be okay with just looping it. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to make that trans line up. It's a really tight fit with the header there. So what I got is a banjo bolt setup that I'm going to run here, and I'm going to basically loop the line under the trans. So I'm going to go ahead and make that line up. When I make a decision on what I'm going to do with the clutch, I'll come back and let you guys know. Okay, got the oil line made up. Let's see how it fits here. hope that fits. I really don't know if that's gonna fit. Yeah, we're gonna go with a banjo bolt. Then get you where you can actually see what's going on here. I'm just gonna notch this little piece right there, just a little bit. This is for like an automatic transmission, so I'm just going to cut this end off. I don't know what's in the trans, and I don't want that to interfere with it. Okay, let's get this installed now. And everything goes fine. I should have got a rag preemptively. Oh, definitely need a rag now. Look at me making a mess. I was gonna do this in the car, obviously, because I had the trans in already, and now I'm just kind of doing things that can be done while it's out, just to make life a little easier. Okay, see, now we're dripping here. So that means we're full. All right, that's going to be it for the video. You guys saw everything that went down. Probably the most depressing time of doing an engine, like a car build, is, you know, sometimes this isn't a TV show where we can, you know, where we just delete out all the bad stuff. Sometimes you got to take some steps back in order to make progress forward, and that's exactly what this was. I had the motor in the car running. It wasn't driving because I didn't have a drive shaft at the time, but it was running, and it was in the car, and it was pretty defeating to have to take the engine back out. So anyway, thanks for watching. I appreciate everybody that's subscribing and watching. I do see my subscriber count is slowly climbing. If you're not subscribed and you like this kind of content, please do me a favor. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. It only takes a second of your time, and that really motivates me to get more videos out. So if you want to see more videos on the E36, hit the subscribe button. Anyway, I'll see you later. Thanks.